Howdy everyone, hello back to more for Let's Play Blind The Sinking City. Black Shadow. Apologies, it's been a few days since the first video's gone up, but now we're going to be cracking on a more regular rate of knots. So, when we last left off, we had an introduction to the game. We met the very astutely dressed Johannes Vanderberg, and then ran into Robert Throgmorton, whose son has gone missing and is not going to allow us to sort of make any kind of particularly progress into the events of the game until we give him a hand, which, you know, I can get that, and I can understand. We set ourselves a bit of an introduction to kind of the mechanics of the game that we're going to be expecting. We're kind of like trying to solve and work out what the heck's been going on, various bits and pieces. I don't know if it's going to be a case of it's going to be kind of a bit jarring, but I am conscious that it's going to be... I don't know. I'm going to have to see how things develop throughout the game. I like the idea of it, but I suspect margins may well vary. We shall see. Anyway, so having managed to work out some information, we know that Albert apparently got shot, and then he ran. And he's not the only person missing either. One of the three fishermen that was also here have also disappeared. We don't exactly know the exact circumstances as to why. Hopefully that is something that we can suss out here. We also had a bit of introduction as well into like kind of the whole psychics, kind of the fact we've got 2 meters, one's our health and one's kind of like our sanity sort of thing. It's a bit fun. You know, you should probably let Robert know what the heck's going on here.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Okay, well, fine enough. So, we know that he went. And we've got it down here, yes. Yeah, the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in my house. I can track them using my supernatural sense, allegedly. So yeah, so you can go into your map here. You can see that we've got like all these bits and pieces here. There are various markers you'll have around the map here. It's a thing that will occur. They will indicate things kind of as we see them, from dangerous areas to things we haven't managed to solve, things we can't access. And then various things relating to our various requests and that whole sort of thing. You can also place the marks down yourself as well, if that's something that you so decide that you want to put down manually as well. So, you know, the game kind of gives you an idea of, you know, you can put marks down and all sorts of bits and pieces, which is kind of nice. So I guess that's a thing. Alright, okay then, so. Where did they go? We know that they dived out of this, out of here. So the question is, where the hell did Albert Throgmorton go? We're going to have a little bit of a wander around and see if we can't find any kind of information. I suspect he's probably gone down the other way, but, you know, you never know. Besides, this is a game that is basing itself with a bit of a degree of you know, it's introducing a degree of open worldness, so surely one should, you know, explore that. Titania lifeboat, eh?
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
I think that's a joke that I simply don't get. Hey guys, you alright?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Is this the lifeboat that they found Albert on? I think so. We hadn't checked it out yet.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
It is messing with us, everyone. Hence the weird kind of visuals there. Albert Throgmorton's will. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you, don't go to the depths below Oakmont. We should never have done that. Everything should remain in that cave, Professor. Blah, blah, blah. I fear what will become of me. It's seeing my brain. This is the madness that seems to consume him. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father he's here. That's probably not good. Well, we've got some experience and we've collected all the evidence that was available here, so that's nice. Yeah, the game will nice. At least on this, it will kind of tell you when you've managed to find everything you require. I don't know how far we can go down, like, into the water without, like, getting myself killed. So let's not entertain that. But he washed up here, and something very strange with this helmet. We should probably touch that. So he came here expecting to be game. Thank you. Okay, the Y button allows me to climb there. Very, very good. Just in case there's something around. No. Oh yeah, the Y can be used to. I was not expecting that. That's all I'm gonna say. Me ma, I'm platforming. Look at me go. Yeah, all right. That is slightly curious. I'm gonna have to get used to that. So, Albert had kind of thought it was over for him. Disturbing.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
Well, at least he's got that, so that's good. So, we need to try and ascertain where the hell this guy went. So, one would assume he's probably gone down this way somewhere. Also, yikes. That didn't go well. What the hell are those things? Those are, messed up. Messed up. Can I climb this? I cannot. Damn it. What kind of open world game is this if I can't climb that? Terrible. Refund. I do hope the rain will eventually stop. That'd be wonderful. I'm not optimistic about this, but we shall see. Sir? You okay?
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
I think I'm good. Okay. Now it did suggest to me. Oh, there's some lore by the way. Here's the document we found. So it'll record everything. So if you want to refer back to stuff, you definitely can look to do that. I'm trying to use my supernatural sense. So that's what I'm trying to identify here. Is how to. It says to do so, and I'm trying to work out. Well, hold on, do that. I got a flashlight. Does that count as supernatural? Let's just have a little cursory explore around the bay, I guess, and I'm sure things will become apparent as we go. Seen that symbol before on a couple of the doors around here.
The door won't budge.
It's locked. That would suggest to me a place of interest. There's a way out to get inside of what in the That's I'm not gonna judge, but okay, the door is definitely sealed, and I can't identify any other way to get in there currently. But good to know that that's a place of interest. We'll keep that in mind, everyone. We'll keep that in mind. Now, the logic here is that if Albert had got himself shot, he's unlikely to have got very far. Because of the whole, you know, bleeding to death kind of thing. I think that would inhibit one's movement a little bit here. The under the kill bar. I assume there's no way to get in here. I am kind of just wandering about a little bit, you know, as you do. I got experience. Oh boy. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
Spare bullets? Oh, I see. He wants to... Okay. Here's the port, by the way. So this is where we'd be able to get access to the rest of the map, but we obviously can't at the moment because of
The
the
port
Throgmorton
is
case.
closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
I'm so tempted to run. Is there a save? Is there a save? I got. I'm curious. Oh man! Visible wall. What kind of game is this? That was a melee attack. I got a. Damn you! I got a spade, everyone. Very good. I'll have him with my shovel. Very, very good. There's some interesting invisible action going on with this game. We'll have to keep an eye out for that. Little curious.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Very good. I don't know how much these various people are gonna unique all these NPCs are gonna be. We'll entertain it for now.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
I know, right?
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
That sounds disconcerting. Also, we're finally dry for once in our lives. Well, let's go have a chat with the old barkeep here.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
Did you just see his...
Bye.
Good conversation. Very good.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
I mean, you can say about anything. I guess that's the point. Go on!
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Fair. Alright then. Is Johannes Vanderberg actually a jerk?
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead. A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Can I have my bullet as a refund, please?
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome.
What in...
I can't wait.
What is
to see
happening
what
with
you
her?
do.
What is going on with her leg there? What? It's... Game, for the love of God. Come on now. How do you expect me to take you seriously when I'm seeing shit like this? Come on now. Don't do this to me. We're only 2 videos in. That's a little bit worrying. Alright then. Let's See if there's anything else of interest around here. Hello.
What the? Get the. Oh.
Good conversation.
The door won't budge.
Definitely will not. My God. They still play chess here. It's a weird form of chess of like 5 pieces and 6 pawns, but, well, alas. Woo! Ow. Holy shit, that hurt. Damn. That was, I don't exactly call myself like a hardy adventure. I don't even think I would have taken that much damage jumping from down there. Jeez. I'm going to need to do something about that. Let's have a little, poke our noses around the port and hopefully not get eaten alive by whatever is probably lurking around here. There are enemies in this game. There's a reason we picked up a gun. Not just to play good cop, bad cop, you know? I'm also, I guess, somewhat curious about is, some of the games, the thing does kind of try and make a point of saying you need to do is, obviously, like, with like, your ammunition and stuff, you have to, like, you can only find it by scavenging and crafting. So I'm wondering how much the game is going to, like, put random items for you to grab just dotted around, basically. Or are they going to be largely on the main path, you know? If I go exploring the, you know, then the wonderful never-ever world sort of thing, is it going to be worth my time if I don't find anything, like, materially beneficial to the actual game? Or, you know, is it just going to be like, well, that was a good 5 minutes spent sort of thing, you know? Initial tests are shaky. Good, good. Have a swing around here, I guess. As opposed to unclear. Get under here. No. Okay. This game has some interesting invisible wall bits. That's for sure. I get it. But hey. I cannot believe how much damage I took from that. That was absolutely absurd. I don't know what these numbers are. I don't recall seeing these numbers when I was last here, but hey, it has been a few days since I last played the game. Hello, sir. You don't want to talk. I respect that. Okay. So, if I was an Albert Throgmorton, where would I be hiding? Charles does not fancy climbing up here to, you know, circumvent the cops or anything. Not that that would be useful. Never mind. I've got a funny feeling he's in this building here. Seems the most logical place for him to be, but it's a case of, this is what you gotta do with these sort of games. You kind of gotta suss out how progression works. If that makes any lick of sense. Yeah, you gotta kind of understand. Different games kind of want you to do and achieve different things to... I did not expect this to be stand-upable. Curious. Curious. Okay. Sure. Sure. This has got to be the place to go.
The door won't budge.
Like, 100% this has got to be the way to go. So it's, can't get in via the cellar. That would be a logical way to try and make that work. But yeah, some games, you know, will want you to, like, suss it out. Some more, you can kind of, like, more sort of, sort of brute force the situation. You know what I mean? No. Yes. Okay, very good. Stupid things. Can I get you? Oi! Oi! Get back here! Screw you! Damn it! Damn you! I want to call that science! Yeah! Alright! Eat it! Very good, okay. You can kill them, although there's completely no point.
I gave you clear instructions.
Don't do anything stupid,
did I not?
newcomer.
Okay.
And keep your hands where I can see.
Yeah. Alright then. So, how does the game wish for me to proceed along this situation? Right, so, as a thought here, it says the supernatural sense. I'm guessing it's referring to the mind's eye stuff. Like, that's how we were able to make the understand that we realized that Albert fled. So I need to remember how to do it. Is it a D-pad thing? Okay, up allows you to kind of quick look at the information you've got, which is kind of cool. I've never really tried the D-pad here. Right is to, like, the help section. Left doesn't seem to do anything. Ah, and down is the mind's eye thing. Okay, then. So I think I need to... What I should do here is use this and attempt to try and look around the place and see if I can't suss out where the hell Albert went. I imagine somewhere, somewhen, I'm going to find something. Much like we had, like, in the house, we used it, obviously, to find, like, the, those ghost things. I bet if I come down here, I'm probably gonna... find shit. What in the hell? Huh. I definitely didn't spot that my first time here. Bullet casing.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Damn. Which must mean, yeah, he pursued him. He wasn't content with just getting away. He wanted him dead. That's, kind of concerning. Oh, I can scavenge this. Oh, good. Hooray! Very, very nice. So you ran this way. This, kind of visual stuff's a little curious, but hey.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
He must have gone here. Yeah, he defo did. You should know that the H thing's like highlighting as well. Now I can open here. Okay. Hello? Albert Throgmorton?
There's something in the pocket.
Peter.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I'm guessing this is something to do with, like, getting on a load of booze. I mean, Baron, this is, like, Prohibition era. Owes him money. Oh, won't be needing that. Thank you. So before we go downstairs, I'm going to go up first. Never mind. Forget that happened. How does one pull out their gun? You know? I don't actually know. Oh, I just made a thing. Okay, very good. Make another first aid kit. Very good. I should probably do that. I don't know how I use these various items. Oh, LB. Okay, that's very good. Yes, please. Not that one. Left trigger and then right trigger. Okay, very good. Is this loaded? I hope so. So these are padlocks. Find these around. These can just be,
The door won't budge.
Whoa! What the? Hey! Hey! You calm your shit, sir! Or thing. Was unloaded. Damn it! Stop that. Stop that. Nope. Cease. Cease your activities. Some strange shit around here, kids. Some strange shit. Well, I think we found Peter, and that's not Peter.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Oh. Albert's dead, everyone. That's,
One fatal round through the forehead.
that's a problem.
That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Murdered, and then freaking, hung up here. Jeez. I mean, it seems pretty likely, doesn't it? Not necessarily. And these want to, match up? Ah, yes, I guess that makes sense. You can just kind of brute force these. There's no reason to not do so sometimes. But yeah. Very possible he's at the bar. He's hiding amongst the various peeps. Here's the Mythos thing, by the way. But yeah, that sucks. Albert Throgmorton is not going to be a happy bunny. Want to make sure that was dead, you know? There's no mind's eye shit around here, is there? Doesn't look like it. Well, everyone, I guess that's a thing. Nice. Well, before we let Robert know what's happened, let's try the bar first, shall we? Bar is just over here, anyways. Now this is where we talk to the barkeep, I'm guessing. I know. Hello again.
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Thanks, man. I'm looking for potential murder suspect. You know how it is.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
I don't know if that's going to change him.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn.
But we are aware of
Trouble
this.
is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over, and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
So the fact we found the note meant that we could basically blackmail him into giving up the location.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Right.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I don't need to ask this question right now. So, he's basically suggesting that whatever came over Albert also kind of took him over as well. Okay.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
The injustice, I get it.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons. hounds.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I see. What is this, freaking Vampire the Masquerade?
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
Don't know if that's gonna have a call. I guess we're here. I'm a newcomer. I can get away with it.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouthers' bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Very good.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
So, this is where the game does present the options to the whole choose your own adventure sort of thing, where you don't have to necessarily go down, one predetermined route, or at least that's the illusion that is given here. Now, I'm not one to suggest that I'm going to be prone to this, but in the grand scheme of things, we're considering taking a bribe to basically say that we've worked out who killed Albert, but he's nowhere to be found, I guess. Sure.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
Now get the hell out of here.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
So it basically comes down to a case of, do you think that he did it deliberately, or he was under influence is the question. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, here's his testimony. Admittedly, he's at the screen, but you can't remember how exactly he killed him. It was under mental influence. We can either reveal Lewis's whereabouts to Robert Throgmorton or save him and lie to Robert, as it turns out. Okay. Looks like I could still double-cross him if I wanted. So, he was murdered. He's affected. Right, so we now have to make a decision here. We can either suggest and believe that we think he was aware of what he was doing, or that he had been mentally affected and couldn't try to control what the fuck he was doing. I mean, it goes with the whole weirdness of this place. That's the decision I'm going to make here. He killed him while he was under some sort of mental influence, couldn't control his actions, and thus can't be blamed for Albert's death. I could try and cover for him, or else Robert Throgmorton will have his head. Very much so. Yeah, definitely at this point, I could still hold wanting to say, screw it. And turn him in, but, you know, I don't think it's going to matter too much in the end of the day. Quarter hunch. Now, let's let Robert know the bad news.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Alright, here we go.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
So we can give him up, but we're going to hold our end of the bargain.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt.
I'm sure this definitely won't come back to bite
There's
us.
a heap of flesh in this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. He's to ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beasts. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to
Hashtag defund the police, right? So, we're here doing technically both of them. But what we're really here for...
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
It's what happened to Albert.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Sounds like my life on a daily basis.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
That's a good question.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Cover up, maybe.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like
Sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Oh! So he just gave me a gun. Cool! Cheers for that.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I mean, you probably did. Very, very good. Alright, okay then. So, that's all one which means we are now able to leave the area, which is surely going to be of some use. Okay. So we have some various information. So here's the manor here in Old Grove. I want to pay a visit that at some point later on. So I want to head to the hotel. That's going to be probably the next port of call, I reckon, for myself. Salvation Harbor, various locations and things we'll learn as we go on our journey. Very good. So yeah, we've got the key to the headquarters. So that's the expedition's headquarters in northern Coverside, the crossroad of Ashford Road and Hewett Avenue. Is that going to... do I have to find that? Northern Coverside. Crossroad of Asher Road and Hewett Avenue. So I do have to actually work this out myself. Right there. Okay, so you have to kind of suss these out by the police department. Okay. Very good. Alright then. We also got ourselves a knowledge point. So this is the experience system on the game. So again, I'm not entirely sold that this is really necessary, but if it's going to be a thing, it's going to be a thing. Now, I was looking through these and the various bits and pieces that goes on here. Obviously, some of them allow you to carry out more stuff, have more health, greater sanity, you know, all sorts of bits and pieces. But I think to start off with, we're just going to throw everything into experience. And we're just going to barrel into this just so I get this stuff as much as I can. Yeah, this just seems like a pretty logical way to go down. So we're just going to go ahead and just whack it into that and call it a day. Alright. Very, very good. But also, I've gained a little bit of sanity there as well. Nice. Alright then, everyone. So I reckon that's going to do us for a video. So as always, a huge thanks for watching. But again, sorry it had been like nearly a week since the last video in this one, but the rest of the ones will be coming at a far more productive rate, I can assure you. I'll do a few today. I'll do some more later on during the week. See, they've now disappeared, and we can continue on with our lives. Alright, so yeah, thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves, and then next time, yeah, I think we're going to go and make our way to the Devil's Reef Hotel. I think this is going to be our next location. Check in here, get ourselves set up, and then we will begin our exploration, probably of Coverside, I guess. A lot of stuff to go and places to visit here. Seems like a plan. Take care of yourselves, and see you next time.